No? The view is actually quite gorgeous in here. I wonder, can you actually get on boats like this still? I really don't know. Can I use this as a... no, I can't. We need to dry something in here. No. No. I can use that as a nail puller. We need a clipboard and a compass. Ah. The broken lifting cord can be fixed with a caravan and a braided fabric piece. There we go. Much better. Alright, now we can remove the curtain. Reynolds' bedroom. The suspect's cabin looks completely ordinary. No gallery of victim portraits here. No? Would have been freaky if that was the case. Whoopsie. That was a journal. 15th of July, like all men, Harper is terribly naive. He fell for a pretty face and a sweet voice, never suspecting how much I despise him. 19th of July, Sister Diana taught me how to transform myself using nothing but a cloak. And Sister Emily knows everything about electronics. So a triad of murders. Miss Reynolds has a perfect recipe for cold revenge. Even her friends didn't suspect what she planned. 20th of July, I studied the passengers carefully. The archaeologist, the colonel, the opera diva, they all have a grudge against Harper. It will be easy to cover my tracks. 21st. I've tried to scare off Lady Mabel so she wouldn't snoop around, but she's a tough nut to crack. Luckily, Captain Whitney is just as naive as Harper. So she's the one who planted evidence in the other people's cabins and tried to scare me. I don't scare easily. So see, I got the actual suspect way before Miss Mabel. Mrs. Reynolds is an artist too. Didn't she know these images would make it easy to see her involvement? Well, she just busted herself. Did I find the feather? In here? No, I didn't. Is there any books? Well, there's plenty of books in here. But not the one that I want. A nail file? Oh, I know these secret mechanisms. If I press the animal horn, the well will open. But the horn is missing here. A well? It looks more like a safe. A punch card. I need a chain pole to light the lamp. So she haven't even unpacked. Crowry shell. Ordinary pick locks won't help you. I need something flat and thin. Let's use the knife. Alright, we've got a hidden object seen inside her suitcases. Let's see if we got some more evidence as to her involvement of all this. A woman against the factory. The London court will soon review the factory case filed against Charles Harper for his inhuman working conditions for women. The Sisters of Artemis, an urban legend or a secret society of outraged women? So that's the three sisters? Sisters of Artemis sounds like the name of a secret society operating from the shadows. Trio and closed sign. Interesting. Dear Lillian, I'm glad you agreed to join me on this journey to Egypt. Your support means a lot. The damn Sisters of Artemis have already ruined my life and I'll need time to recover. Mr. Harper didn't even suspect that he invited his own death on the journey. Indeed he did. Harper's initials and bloodstain. Sister Lillian, be careful. Don't rush into danger. Charles Harper is dangerous. If you confront him openly, he'll destroy all the Sisters of Artemis. Sister Diana. Mrs. Reynolds was already warned not to mess with Mr. Harper. Why didn't she listen? That was a detective book. I thought I could open that. Doesn't look like there's anything else. Golden mask. Set of lockpicks. Oh, no idea. The sapphire jewelry. Stalker's cloak. Glass cutter. Not only did we find the cloak, but we also need the glass cutter. So what will I pick? What will I pick? And a letter paper. So we found a glass cutter. That was just some kind of random carving. Stained red cord. A gear. Of a clock. And the moon's eye. And that gave me a light decoration. And the deer horn. I thought it was a sheep, actually. It's a new type of safes. Punch card instead of keys. Alright, so we've got a puzzle in here. Arrange the items correctly. Select 2 items to swap them. You can only swap items of the same color or type if they are next to each other. Okay, so we've got a row of red, a row of green, and a row of blue. Then we've got flowers, letter items, and ring items. Well, that goes over here, evidently. So we've got the flowers up here. Well, that goes there. Voila. The factory case. Mr. Harper's textile mill is collapsing. Influential figures in London have turned against him, though rumors say they are backed by a secret women's society known as the Sisters of Artemis. And who are they? No one knows. No one has ever seen them, where they conduct their affairs through others and are said to protect working women across England. Knowing Mr. Harper's difficult character, I assumed that he harbored a grudge against the Sisters of Artemis and was planning his revenge. Got a soap, a pin cushion, and the last evidence. Judging by the picture on the box, the ring should have a blue gem. Do we need a cord? Alright, let's see. The suspect is Mrs. Reynolds. What can I say about Mrs. Reynolds? Yeah, what can we say? The crime was likely committed while the perpetrator wore gloves, but it might be as planted as clue as the shoes in Madame Laroche's cabin. I received a threatening letter. Is it a coincidence that it was written in such a distinctive type of paper? Mrs. Reynolds was connected to the secret society whose safety was threatened by Mr. Harper. And Mrs. Reynolds carefully outlined her plan to gain Mr. Harper's trust to get closer to him. Alright, the stalker. A figure in a coat tried to interfere. I found the identical coat and rare stationery in Mrs. Reynolds' cabin. The suspect, Mrs. Reynolds, was always close. She could have planted the king and had reason to fear the truth. And the motive. Reynolds belonged to the secret Sisters of Artemis. Harper threatened them, and she struck first, earning his trust before the act. Now I can imagine how a criminal will act in a detective story.
Miss Reynolds is one of the Sisters of Artemis, a secret society devoted to protecting women. When Charles Harper set out to destroy them, she decided to play a dangerous game. She charmed him, and when his guard was down, she dealt him a fatal blow from behind.
I need to organize all the information I have and provide the captain with evidence of Mrs. Reynolds' guilt. Alright, we need to draw a picture of the crime based on your accusations. Conclusions notebook. Let's put this here. That was the soap. We need to get in there somehow. Let's put some soap on here. Hot water and soap, the perfect way to clean stained fabric. Ah. So this is the string that I need to connect all my conclusions. And the soap, of course. It's a wet cord. Let's try it a bit. Totally incinerated. Alright. No, we still need the reel. Somewhere. I haven't seen the clock around here. Oh well. So, the pins. Alright, first let's understand what I already know and can say for sure. Place each image and its corresponding note on the correct side of the board. Use the magnifying glass button to zoom in on the note. The image and note will light up when they are positioned correctly. Okay? The suspect. Mrs. Reynolds was always close. Only she could have planted the cane and had reason to fear the truth. So this one needs to be connected. No? Motive. Reynolds belongs to the suspect's Sisters of Artemis. Arbor threatened him and she struck first, earning his trust before he did the act. Why can't I, Ah, okay, I need to move the pictures only. Okay, so the suspect. That's him. Then the victim. He has wronged Benny, betrayed Colonel Blake, ruined Madame LaRoche, crossed Brown, a monster, but not one who necessarily deserved to die. Cause of death, that's the blade. Ah, so I need to move these as well. The suspect, the stalker, the victim, and the last two. Now let's lay out the event chronology. Arrange the event in the correct order. Drag and drop the images into the album to create a story. So it started with this. Okay. He's mad. And then he was the victim. He died, of course. Alright. Find out where the captain is. He's definitely for a long walk. A broken watch. A watch without a dial, crown, and key or gear will show the correct time only twice a day. Yeah. When it passes the clock hands standing still. A chain. Where do I need a chain? I can't use that here. We need to find the captain somewhere. Ah, maybe I can use the chain here. Sure can. Ah, hidden space in the table. A blue diamond. A gear. No, a key. And without a tip even. A new dial. Let's put that in here. Funky dials. And that one goes over here. The last shell. And the clock hands. Is that it? I guess we need some more. Let's put the last shell in to place. The shells aren't in their proper places. Well, that one goes over there. And we found the clock ground. And we found the captain's schedule. So I guess this is the compass that we needed upside. Or upstairs in his cabin. Sure is. An object seen? Okay, let's take a look. So it's a sliding one, not my favorite. First I need to understand what the captain's day consists of. So we need to align these items in the foreground with the same one, or the other halves in the background, using these sliders. No, we need to move the background for a change, okay. So a dolphin, we've got one right here. There we go. A steering wheel. That must be up on the bridge. Right here. A ship's bell. My Siri just start every time I say something with S. It's irritating. I need to shut her up somehow. I never use her anyway. So where's the bell? I can't find the other half of the bells. Right there. A smoking pipe. A tray with drinks. Emergency. What is emergency? Is that the flag? Those flags usually have some kind of special purpose, meaning something different. I don't know the ship's flag system. Where's the other flag? Oh, that's just a flag, okay. Let's see, let's find the anchor then. Unless this is emergency. Oh, he's about to drown. He's about to fall overboard. Telescope. A sailor's cap. Suspicious person. That's a funky way of seeing outside the door. Only a ladies' fan. I can fill out the captain's schedule and see what he's doing now. Match the event from the captain's day with the time it occurs. The captain gets up before everyone else. It's only just dawn and he's already on the bridge. So that's definitely this one. Shortly before noon, the captain holds a meeting with the sailors and gives them dressing down. Before noon? He doesn't sleep. 3 hours after noon, the captain begins an inspection of the bar and equipment, which continues until evening. Ah, noon, of course, that's midday. At sunset, the captain joins the passengers to spend time with them in the lounge area. A little after midnight, the captain goes to rest in his cabin. 3 hours of sleep? Jesus. At sunset, the captain chats with passengers in the lounge area. I'll find him there and fill him in on Mrs. Reynolds. There's a crab claw behind there. Alright, let's go meet him. I think I can use that here. It looks like the code lock on the ship's key list. A code roller. Alright, key tips. Let's see. Ship's lounge, upper deck, middle deck, pool, outer deck, and ship's lobby. We need this one. So that's gotta be this one. Voila. Well, it definitely looks like Mrs. Reynolds made new friends. So this is how Lady Birdcage from my Brooks feels, at the center of attention. Prove Mrs. Reynolds' guilt to the captain and the constable. Do we have any collectibles in here? And bone in the throat. Each of them was under suspicion, but there was only one culprit, standing in the center of attention. Okay. Tell the constable everything you know. Choosing the right lines and fill the green trust scale. The direction and color of the arrows under the lines indicate the change of emotion. If the fear scale is full or the trust scale is not full by the end of the interrogation will start over. Okay, so we need to fill the green bar, I guess. I will tell everything I've learned during the investigation. I found plenty of evidence pointing to Mrs. Reynolds' guilt in the crime. Mr. Harper has threatened the secret society in which Mrs. Reynolds held an honorary position. Let's get this down. She gained his trust to safely carry out her own plan. She feared that her actions might expose the society. Oh, I can change more. Mrs. Reynolds tried to derail the investigation and planted evidence to implicate the others. When I got too close to the truth, she panicked and tried to frame me as well.
What nonsense. Charles didn't appreciate me, and I couldn't stand it anymore.
Miss Reynolds was lying when she was arrested. She and Mr. Harper weren't lovers. She was just trying to protect the Sisters of Artemis.
Well. So it all went happily in the end, and we've managed to managed to prove my innocence and showed the constable who the real killer is. Well, fantastic story. I really like the settings, and I really like how we're following around a what do you call it? A novel author. Trying to find inspiration, she stands in the middle of a crime scene herself. And I like the ending there, and the letter from the Sisters of Artemis. I wonder what that will all be all about. Well, that means we can take a look at the bonus chapter in the next couple of videos. So I hope you stick around for those, and I hope you like these videos, and please subscribe to the channel, it will help me immensely. So until next time, do take care, and bye-bye.